One player that returns from 2024 who made a big impression, the shortstop Xavier Edwards. I asked Edwards what it's like to be a young guy and still expected to lead this young squad.
We got a young group, like you said, but I think we're all kind of doing it together. Sure, my name might be attached to it, but I think we're doing it as a collective group. We're all kind of around the same age. We can bring a lot of energy to the field every day, and we're just excited to play together.
When you think about you, and I think you can still 70, 80 bases, but how do you go about just being aggressive and knowing that you can't give up outs,
right,
but also be that table setter this team needs?
Yeah, get on base first off. No bases come without getting on base, so getting on base first and foremost.
Yeah.
And you're not being afraid to go, picking the right spots to go, right counts, right pitches, right pitchers to go off of. We're doing our homework, making sure we're prepared when we get on the bases. All that stuff comes into play, but also, being patient at the same time and not just forcing the issue and running to run. Really being smart with it, so I think that's really important.
One thing I've always heard from players and former players like Cliff X is that the game forces you to constantly evolve.
Yep.
When you were a young player, you used to have a leg kick. Now you've got the toe tap. So I wanted you to take a look at, this is highlights from your cycle in Milwaukee. First of all, this is the high school swing on the left, and then
I like
obviously you abandoned the leg kick. How come?
I just felt it was more consistent for me to do the toe tap, something I could really just control the ground with, and it was easier for me to get my timing and gather together with both of my feet on the ground as opposed to having one up in the air, and I just felt I had more adjustability that way.
Cliff, my man hits his first career homer on the same day that he hits the cycle in Milwaukee. You mentioned you were feeling good that day.
Yeah, he said he's trying to get back there. That's what you always want that feel. And
Absolutely.
I think the biggest thing with being a guy that taps is it's a perfectionist type approach, and you got to get the timing down perfect.
Now, here's the spot I really want you to focus on here. We highlighted the toe tap here, is when you get this side angle. First of all, the speed and showcasing the wheels. Tell us what you're thinking about, when that pitch is coming and you get the toe tap. What are you thinking?
Usually I'm thinking not as much about my hands, more so my bottom half. I want to get into my back hip more so when I get to the tap. So I kind of could just wait for the pitch to come, fastball, off-speed pitch. Once I get to the back hip and I can hold that, I can kind of decide where my foot goes, my front foot goes after that. And, after that, it's just the swing comes off and the rest is itself.
So I had a leg kick that went to the toe tap. And the difference was I was getting beat with the leg kick. Right. And not to say that everybody's different, obviously, but when I got to the tap, my head didn't move as much. Do you see us, sort of staying level,
right,
and making sure you don't have so much movement?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said before, with both feet on the ground, I just felt like I was in a better position to hit.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to kind of balance one leg in the air or decide when I'm going to put my foot down if it's a fastball or if it's an off-speed pitch to kind of hang longer. But it was much easier for me to do so with both feet on the ground and just reading the pitch from there.
We'll get you out of here on this one. Obviously, this camp is about opportunity. But for you to know that you're on a day in and day out basis, you're going to be manning shortstop and being counted on to deliver for this team. What does that do for you?
That's huge. Last year at camp, I came in, looking to win a spot, and this year, kind of the same mentality, but maybe a different scenario this year. I'm just looking forward to getting to the season, getting an open day, and hopefully we've got a packed house down in Miami, and we're excited to get the year going.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to it, man. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Amen.
Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Good one.